How are we going to deal with triangles in our exam question? So here we have, there are two angles, A and 2A in a right angle triangle as shown in the diagram below. So you can see angle A and twice that size angle 2A. So first thing, we have to show that the size of angle A is 30 degrees. Now, I'm jumping ahead. What are all the angles in triangle add up to? 180. So that means this angle A and this angle 2A and this right angle, 90 degrees, together added 180. So that's how we can find the size of angle A. Always remember, if you have to find the value of the letter saying A is 30, what you need, an equation that have two sides and equal sign and that letter included. Okay, so that means what? 90, let's take 90 to join the other number, 180. When we move a number from one side to the other side, it changes the sign. Then here we have what? 1A and 2A. Together we have 3A. Now we want the value of A, not A multiplied by 3, because that's what it means. 3A means 3 multiplied by A. So how do we get rid of that multiplication? By dividing and dividing both sides of the equation. And when we put that in the calculator, indeed we get that A is 30. Okay, and then we have the second part. The lengths of the two sides are x and 10 centimeters, as we can see, as shown in the diagram. Using the fact that this angle is 30, and by the way, what's this angle? Twice as big, that is 60. Find the value of x correct to 2 decimal place. So again, how do we deal with triangle in the question? Page 16 in our maths table have the answers. So bottom of that page 16, let's have a look at it in our table. That page 16 is divided to two parts. Right angle triangle and not a right angle triangle. So that's always the first question we ask ourselves. Is the angle I'm dealing with is the right angle or not a right angle triangle? In this case, it is the right angle triangle. So that means we're going to be using the formulas from the bottom of the page. Those formulas, our two options is the very bottom, Pythagoras, and then the three formulas here, all of them three are trigonometric ratio. So therefore we are saying, is it Pythagoras or trigonometric ratio we're going to use? How do we make that choice? Let's maybe get our triangle somewhere closer here. How do we make that choice? Pythagoras formula has to do with the three sides of a triangle. No angle involved, just the three sides. When it comes to trigonometric ratio, it doesn't matter, is it the sine, the cos, or tan? We have two sides and an angle. Okay, so what is that we are looking for? We have to find the value of x, and that is a side of a triangle. Therefore, we are putting question mark. We are saying we don't know. We are looking for one of the sides. Then the next thing is, what information do we have? We have 10. And what is that? That is a side of the triangle. Therefore, tick, tick, we have that information. And then oh, that's not the one. That was what? 30. And therefore, we can say what else we have is the measurement of an angle, which is 30. So there it is. We are saying, okay, we have an angle for Pythagoras. We don't have enough information because we need another side, but trigonometric ratio, yes. Okay, now the next question. Which of them? Is it the sine? Is it the cos? Is it the tan? How do we know? Well, first, we put letters to our own triangle. As you can see it in the table, there are letters in the triangle in your table. The main thing we need to observe that if I have angle A, therefore the side opposite that angle is small a, and then where I have the right angle, the side opposite is small c. So in our triangle, That's the angle we are considering. Therefore, that's going to be capital A, and the side opposite is going to be small a. This is the right angle. Therefore, the side opposite is C. So that is leaving us with B. Now, we want to find x, which is a. So our formula need to include that small a. The other letters that we have is the capital A and small b. There is no point for us picking a formula that have C because we don't have C. So let's see which of those three we can use. So again, if we are looking at our table, the three formulas, we can see that tan is the one that has all those elements. Tan of A is A over B. Now, next thing, what do? We replace letters with the numbers from our own situation. So tan, capital A is 30, equal fraction line, small a, that's our x, and small b, that's our 10. Now, we want x, not x divided by 10. How do we get rid of that division, that denominator, that bottom of the fraction? Always the same, by multiplying, but multiplying both sides of the equation. Why do we multiply? Because 10 divided, don't forget fraction line means divide, by 10 is equal 1. 1 multiplied by x is x. Therefore, on this side of the equation, we have 10 multiplied by tan of 30, and that equal x on the other side. Let me just write it down to make sure. How do we find x? We put that in the calculator. We press equal, and to 2 decimal places, we should get 5.77 centimeters. That's my value of x.